We are at the Amstel Gold Race, that Dutch one-day classic nestled between Paris-Roubaix and the Belgian Ardennes, Flèche Wallonne and Liège-Bastogne-Liège. And this is also where Tadej Pogacar makes his return 2 weeks after crushing it in the Tour of Flanders. I want to find out the essence of this race in the southern part of the Netherlands, and does it have Tadej Pogacar's name written all over it? Oh, that's Neilson Powless right there. Okay, to give you an idea, we're in this little town called Maastricht, and right over here, well, that's the main city hall. This is called Market Square, and this is where all the team buses are parked, ready to start their Sunday morning. The rideys are signing in over this way by a famous red church. We're gonna try to get some of these riders this morning, Simon, to find out what is going on, to understand this race, the Amstel Gold. We are at the bus of Israel Premier Tech, and look who I bumped into, Mike. How you doing this morning?
Great, a bit cold, but excited to race. It's always a fun race.
Fun race. What is the essence of the Amstel Gold Race?
I was saying earlier, it's like playing Mario Kart. It's
left to right, left to right.
Exactly, it's just constant things coming at you. The parkour is always changing. It's something that always keeps you engaged, and so that's something I actually enjoy.
Powless, Woods, Pidcock, Gear, but there's one big name here, Tadej Pogacar. Does it have his name written all over this race?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's the best rider in the world. He's been racing great, and I think every pre-race meeting this morning has been based off of what he's going to do. So
really, yours too.
Certainly. I mean, he's such a key figure in all the races now, and he's so dominant that it's hard not to not mention him in the race meetings. And obviously, he's human. He's beatable. But
I hope he is.
Yeah, but it's going to be a challenge for sure.
Thanks, Mike. Enjoy your race. Take care.
Always a pleasure to catch up with Mike Woods, the Israel Premier Tech boys. Let's roam around here, see who else. I think EF Education with Neilson Powless. Yes, their bus is parked over this way near a bar. How does this race set between, the Belgian Ardennes and those cobbled classics? What are the similarities, and how does the racing change? Because obviously we got a lot of the País Vasco guys coming in.
Yeah, quite a few more climbers, I would say, showing up for the Ardennes now. Starting to trickle in for Amstel, and then by Flèche and Liège, it'll be almost quite a different peloton, I think. In my opinion, the type of rider it takes to win these races doesn't change too much, at least nowadays. I feel like if you're just strong in Flanders, you can also be strong in Liège. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just some guys are starting to rest, but other guys are starting to, find their climbing legs for the Giro and whatnot. So, yeah.
Does it have Pogacar's name written all over it?
He's definitely the main favorite for sure. I think he's shown he's by far the strongest rider in the world. But I think with a race like Amstel, the climbs are quite short. They're fast, so it's still a very open race in my opinion.
We'll see you at the finish line. Thank you, Neilson. Take care.
Just to give you an idea of the Amstel Gold Race, well, it started in 1966, and it's a young classic, and yes, it's sponsored after a beer company. It takes its name. It'd be the equivalent, if we had this race in the US, it'd be called the Budweiser Classic. Over the years, it was mostly a flat sprinters race. In 2003, they changed up the parcours, and then it became much more hillier. Netherlands is a flat country, but down here there are some hills, and in 2003, around about that time, they started using a lot of the climbs around here, and namely the Kalberg climb, and that climb was the finish of the race for many years, and it also featured in the 2012 World Championships that Philippe Gilbert won. In the last few years, the organizers have tinkered with the finish. No longer is the Kalberg the finishing climb. It's now part of a circuit coming at 18 kilometers to go. It seems to be the magic formula because in the last couple years we've had some great finishes. Mathieu van der Poel in 2019, Walt van Aert in 2021, and last year that photo finish between Kwiatkowski and Benoit Cosnefroy. And right over here is the Jumbo-Visma bus. Van Aert's not here, but they got Tish Benoit and other strong riders this year. What is the essence of Amstel Gold Race? It's that crossroads between the Belgian Ardennes and the Cobble Classics.
I mean, it's totally different than Cobble Classics, but it's also different to Liège. And yeah, it has its own little charm, and yeah, it's a beautiful race.
Tom, speaking to some of the other teams, they say it's hard not to base your race around the top star. Well, how does Ineos approach this?
Yeah, I think you have to be ready for Tadej to attack, you know, because this is the guy you can't give a gap to and let him ride away. But yeah, then again, you can't base your whole race around one rider, and we think you have to nail the certain sections, and this race has a lot of points which you need to be at the front as a team, and where the race happens. So yeah, I think that doesn't change.
It's something like 33 climbs in this race. How well do you know it, and how would you define the Amstel Gold Race?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I only raced the full circuit once. It's a super hard race, but it's really a race I really like, and I'm yeah, looking forward to it.
There's all the chatter in social media, especially after Strade Bianche. Should that be a monument? Should this be a monument?
Yeah, they both have history, to be honest. Yeah, in my opinion, these two races rank over a couple of monuments, but yeah, that's just my opinion. But you can't just start adding everything as a monument. It's not what you can do, can you?
Well said. See you at the finish.
Thank you.
Well, there we just heard from Tom Pidcock. Of course, last year he helped set up the move of his teammate Mikel Kwiatkowski to win the race, and it's interesting to get his take on whether or not this race, Strade Bianche, these races should be monuments. Regardless, they are tough races. And the riders are off. There we have it. It's the Amstel Gold Race. It's at this crossroad between the Cobble Classics, the Ardennes Classics. Should it be a monument? We don't know, but the one thing's for certain, Tadej Pogacar, well, he's going to make his mark in this race.